Welcome to the Service Management Leadership Podcast with Jeffrey Tefertiller.
Good Monday to you. This is Jeffrey Tefertiller back with another Service Management Leadership Podcast. Since this is a Monday, I wanted to talk about a service delivery topic. Late last year, I was helping an organization, someone try to do better. And the cost of rework came up. And so I found this article super interesting to me on beamup.ai website, beamup.ai. And it's titled The Hidden Costs of Rework, Understanding What Those Costs Are. This was an eye-opener of an article for me, and so that's why I wanted to share it on this podcast, especially in the context of service delivery. Rework is defined as the process of correcting, revising, and repeating work that has already been completed. This can happen for a lot of reasons, including mistakes, changes in requirements, or even poor quality of work. This is something that most of us know and have dealt with for a long time. But what was interesting about this article are some of the numbers, and so let me share them with you. The average rework cost can vary depending on the size and the complexity of the project and the organization. But there is research on this topic. Rework, on average, can add 20 to 50% to the total cost of a project, with some estimates suggesting that rework can add up to 200% of the cost of the original project. Think about that. That's a big number. So the cost of rework can be broken down into two categories: direct and indirect. Direct are the tangible expenses like materials, labor, all that sort of thing. Indirect is the one that really grabbed my attention, because these indirect costs are things that we see every day. Things like lost productivity, a reduction in morale, and maybe even damage to the organization's reputation. So by reducing rework costs, doing things right the first time, an organization can improve their bottom line and even improve their competitive balance within their industry. So when building an internal mechanism, we must think, how do we do things right? How do we put guardrails in place so we don't have to worry about rework? And so I applaud this article from Beam Up, but I wanted to take it a step further. So Jeffrey, how do we prevent rework? First of all, great requirements. And those requirements are vetted, they're understood. Second is great testing, both pre-implementation and post-implementation. And lastly, we need to make sure that everything we do from a project side is able to be operationalized. So you may have rework if you have a project that goes into production, but it cannot be operationalized because your operations or your support teams don't know how to support it. You may have to work that code, work that whole project differently. So to prevent rework, we must think about our strategic planning, our resource and budget allocations. Even think about what rework does to your compliance posture. That's a big one, right? Because what do you think your regulatory body thinks about you having to rework stuff in production that is compliance related? You also have the design and engineering. There's so many aspects. But I wanted to talk about this today, about how do we understand the cost of these projects that need rework, and how do we prevent it? Hopefully you've enjoyed this conversation. Please like and share this podcast. Help us spread the word. Follow our LinkedIn company page. And let me know how service management leadership can help your organization. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day.